My name is Erica Horton. I am one of the owners of Growing Generations. When someone asks me to describe what surrogacy is, I usually say it is a collaboration between fully informed consenting adults to help someone become a parent. It also allows, especially for gay men, trans women, trans men, to have a biological connection to their child without necessarily having to carry a pregnancy. Drawbacks, it's really expensive. And I know that's what we're going to spend most of our time talking about today. And there's just no way around that. And I'll talk a little bit about why that is and some strategies for folks to be able to help control cost, help supplement some of the cost, but it is just sort of the harsh reality. Let's first assume we're in a situation, let's say there's a gay couple. They're also going to need an egg donor. So we're talking about surrogacy plus egg donation together. So since that's the most common scenario that we see in the LGBTQ plus community, let's start there. So the range that I prepare folks for is $200,000 to $250,000 for the entire process. So that buckets would include compensation and expenses for your surrogate or gestational carrier, agency fees, legal fees, IVF costs, cost of health insurance for your gestational carrier or surrogate, travel expenses, egg donor compensation. So there are a lot of subcategories of cost, but the roll-up would be $200 to $250. So first thing I recommend for anyone considering this, unless you're self-employed, of course, go to your HR team and ask them if they offer fertility benefits, family creation benefits. People will call them different things. And the thing about that is I really encourage people to share their story. That's what moves the needle, is when an employee goes to their HR folks and they're like, hey, my partner and I are looking to start a family. We've researched the surrogacy process. It's quite expensive. I understand lots of employers are offering a benefit for this. Do we have something like it? If the answer is no, say, are you considering looking into it? And there are plenty of articles out on the internet, like Forbes magazine, talking about this is the #1 competitive benefit for employers to offer. So advocate for yourself at your place of employment. One of the things that we sometimes see is there is an unintentional, inequitable application of these benefits. So most common example I see is if you're a heterosexual couple and the intended mom needs to go through an egg retrieval, the benefit provider will cover the medical cost of the egg retrieval. If you're a gay couple and you're working with an egg donor, the benefit provider will not cover the cost of the egg donor's egg retrieval. I'm not talking about her compensation. I'm talking about the hard cost of the medical procedure. And this is another really great opportunity to share your story with your HR team, because there is not enough variety of voice in the rooms where these decisions are being made. And so employers don't even realize they're leaving somebody out until someone says something. If you have questions about that, you can always reach out directly to Carrot, Win, or Progeny if they're your provider. They have patient advocates who are really helpful. And in my experience, these insurance providers are trying to do a good job of inclusivity training, and they need the help of the workforce to help educate the employer. They're doing it from their side, but they need it coming from the other side too. The other things we see folks do, there are some groups out in the space who are offering grants. They're usually smaller in the grand scheme of the cost of surrogacy anyway, but taking a quick look into IVF or surrogacy grants, you can Google search that. I hesitate to tell you where to look today because it changes month over month, year over year. And then there are credit providers who offer loans, but really the best offset of cost are going to your employer. That is #1. Great place to start is come to our website, growinggenerations.com. There's lots of ways to get in touch via our website. You can submit a quick contact us form. We have a chat feature on our website. You'll always hear back from us within 1 business day if you reach out. So don't be shy. We're here to help, and love being a part of someone's story, even if we don't end up being your agency. If we could have an opportunity to give you some good advice to get you on your path, like, we're cool with that too.